Welcome to the MeMyddleton Show Shadowwork series, which is a part of the C4 30-Day Challenge. C4 stands for Content Creators of Color Collective. For each day during the month of February, we will go over a shadow exercise topic to help us take a necessary look at the not so pleasant yet important side of ourselves that we have hidden in the shadows. No intro music because we're getting straight to it. Here we are on day number 7, spiritual practice and you. There is indeed a shadow side to spirituality. I'm not talking about dark practices like those of the left-hand path. I'm talking about how we are or behave or respond in things. Topics dealing with spirituality. For example, you may notice a diviner or leader may behave quite snooty towards a client or a new devotee, which leaves a negative impression. That person seems to think themselves as above it all. No one really talks about the behaviors of spiritual practitioners because people have dictated us to be this happy, peaceful, soft-spoken, la-di-da type of passive folks. Some of you may have had your dark opinions about me because spiritual people aren't supposed to use profanity. When in actuality, you got spirituality confused with social rules and religion. Miss the fuck out of me and namaste. There are people out here in these spiritual streets that use the spirituality as an escape from reality, aka spiritual bypassing, spiritual narcissism, spiritual pride, spiritual codependency, and cult mentality. These are examples of the shadow side of spirituality. And people don't like to think of spirituality as having a shadow side because it's quote unquote supposed to be the one safe place to be in. It's supposed to be this area of your life filled with this strange love and light movement. Ever made a narcissist full of love and light? That's an interesting conversation to have. Personally, those in the spiritual community that pushes this whole love and light movement is really just using what I call flex material. Too much in the clouds for my taste personally, and I actually like visiting those clouds. Sometimes. But I can't live in that space as a lot of us do. But I digress. This exercise I'm about to present may get next to you, even under your skin. You may experience alexithymia, or basically feel some type of way while doing this exercise. No worries. Take a break. Shake it off. Come back to it when you're ready. But keep going. Repeat. But by all means, complete this exercise. It's not like you're made to share any of this information anyways. Please don't do that. Keep it sacred. The written stuff is for your eyes only as a part of revealing in your face and healing what's been brought out of the shadows and into the light. So, let's get into it, shall we? But first, this episode is brought to you by Poddecks. Do you find it difficult to come up with content ideas for your podcast? Or perhaps you've gotten stuck doing an interview with a guest or you just have nothing to ask anymore? Try Poddecks today. Poddecks is the best all-in-one podcast idea generation tool. You get everything from episode ideas to interesting conversation starters for interviews, engaging discussions for your live streams, and even social media content ideas. With this tool, you don't have to spend weeks trying to come up with content for an episode or unique questions for your guests. Just shuffle the cards and pick one at random. Hit the record button and get started. Now, you can make better content, have more fun while you're at it, and get your viral moment, all with Poddecks. Head over to Poddecks.com and use code C4C. Begin thinking about yourself in your chosen spiritual practice. Identify areas, beliefs, and or mindsets that causes you to 1. Feel special or better than others. 2. Be self-absorbed or focus too much on yourself. 3. Be self-critical or focus too much on others. 4. Pretend to be someone you are not. 5. Avoid or escape from reality. 6. Feel dependent on others for your well-being or wisdom, i.e. a diviner, a psychic, a mentor, a yogi, spiritual or religious teacher. 7. Look down on quote-unquote asleep or quote-unquote unconscious people. 8. Only feel validated rather than challenged to grow. 9. Stop questioning and thinking for yourself. Now, as always, so far, this is the 7th day, I had the courage to be as transparent as I possibly can to share my answers. So here you go. 1, feel special or better than others. I feel about as special or better than others as I did as I thought myself to be when I went to a performing arts school. Ooh, I have a nifty talent. Next. Yeah, I didn't feel special or better. I have a skill. I got a talent. Okay. Ooh. 2, be self-absorbed or focus too much on yourself. That's outside my nature. I don't know nothing about that life. I'm too busy focused on other people, which brings me to 3, be self-sacrificial or focus too much on others. I used to be very, very, very giving of myself to others. I still help others due to my nature, but I practice healthy selfishness. Yes, healthy selfishness. It's important to be selfish because if you don't, you continuously be giving of others, you're going to be on E and no one's going to replenish you and then you're torn. I'm not doing that anymore. I've been doing pretty good on not doing that type of thing by practicing healthy selfishness. 4, pretend to be someone you are not. I once did this to gain attention due to being sheltered and lonely. But, to do this now, I think is a mental problem unless I'm getting paid as an actress. So, nope. 5, avoid or escape from reality. I used to do this when I used to smoke weed. Just get away from it all. Oh man, I need a blunt to escape from whatever is going on. So, nope. 6, feel dependent on others for your well-being or wisdom. I never liked becoming a burden on anyone. When I became a diviner myself, there were people who treated me like that, so I know how that feels. Every time I look up, every day, somebody wanted to ask me something about how I felt about this, or what do I see in that, or slick getting a free reading, and just keep every day asking me simple questions they could find out on their own. Worrying the hell out of me. What I look like doing that to somebody else. 7, look down on asleep or unconscious people. So once upon a time, I used to be part of an organization that behaved like this religiously. When I saw just how much asleep this quote-unquote woke organization was, I changed my tune and learned better, was quite humbled. They was more asleep than the people they claimed to be asleep. So, yeah, I don't do that anymore. Number 8, only feel validated rather than challenged to grow. Titles mean less than growth to me. There are people who paid for high positions yet know nothing on how to be in that position. Gaining the experience and showing yourself approved is what's important. I think titles are important. So when you have your title and people look at that, that indicates to them your position and should be respected as far as the title is concerned. But again, people pay for titles these days and don't know how to run that position. You have to show yourself approved as far as I'm concerned. Just because you say you're a leader, let me see how you lead. Otherwise, you're a tyrant or some other goofball that needs attention. And number 9, stop questioning and thinking for yourself. That kind of runs on the line of feeling dependent for your well-being or wisdom, harassing the divine about your life. But doing that, being dependent kind of leads into not questioning or thinking for yourself. Because everybody else, you basically gave away your power and gave it to the hands of somebody else to dictate and tell you how to act, think, behave, whatever. And that same organization I spoke about assisted in breaking me out from doing that. I used to be that way. I used to be the one that I couldn't think for myself, or I had let everybody else think for me and have all the answers. Because again, I was sheltered. Everybody else was telling me what to do. But that organization helped me get out of that. More and more, I strive for critical and out-of-the-box thinking. Although I think the out-of-the-box thinking was always there, but I exercise it so much more now. People say certain things, and there are certain phrases or words that come across strangely to me, and I point them out for thinking purposes. There's that. It is very difficult to think of any spiritual path or leader as possessing a shadow side. We think that it's so pure and able to go all into the light and be so open that any ounce of having a shadow side is pearl clutching. But everything has both light and dark. Everything. Remember this, and you're one tiny step closer to harmony. Not balance, harmony. Humility and respect and being honest with self is required here. So are you ready to be honest with yourself and answer those questions? Are you sure? Okay, let go. Was it that fun? Did you learn anything? Did this episode stir up any questions, comments, or concerns? Send them over to MeMyddleton@gmail.com or leave a message on our website at www.helpbyevina.com, and I'll be more than happy to respond. Check out our bonus content by becoming a patron. There are 4 different patron tiers to choose from. This is to help upgrade our equipment. So, don't miss out on exclusive episodes and wonderful rewards for your patronage. If you're on Spotify, Podbean, Google Podcasts, Amazon, or any other favorite podcasting platform. Make sure you like The MeMyddleton Show and leave a comment. Tell us how much you love the show, what you don't like about it, how we can improve, and how we can be challenged. If you're listening to The MeMyddleton Show on YouTube, make sure you comment, like, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell to be the first to get the newest episode. And remember, proper prior planning perfectly promotes persistent productivity and proud, pristine performances. Now, get out there and perform. Until next time.